Now we're entering the quaint little town of Lucerne, and we're arriving at the station, leaving our beautiful Hotel Balance and off for a morning walk that'll take us up to the mountains.
And now from here you can see our hotel behind you, the Balance. You can see the wooden bridge, that's the Keppelbrücke. It was built in 1333, which made it the oldest covered wooden bridge in Europe until it burned down 3 years ago. And then they rebuilt it. Now it's the newest covered wooden bridge in Europe. But it's a very historic structure. It's the signature of the town. The Chateau up on the top there is a white hotel. It's the Chateau. And they too have a wonderful dining room. If somebody wants a romantic meal tonight, it'll be really, really quite lovely. And then of course just the old town primarily on this side of the river and a little bit on this side of the river. And then here we've got the Jesuit Church across from us. It was the first church in Switzerland that was built in the Baroque style. It's very much similar to the Italian that we've been looking at, Jesuit from Rome.
See the laundry bags? Yes, we're heading for a laundromat. It's very convenient. We drop the laundry off in the morning and go out for our day's activities and pick it up in the afternoon. Riding the city bus over to the train station, we like to travel as the locals do with our Hawaii Geographic Society tours. That means sometimes taking the public bus or taking a subway. And now we're taking the cute little local train, goes from Lucerne up to Engelberg. And from there, we'll take a cable car that'll bring us to the top of Mount Titlis, frolicking in the snowy glacier, coming right up. It's a comfortable train ride. It's first class once again, and the windows roll down. You get a nice view and some fresh air. And it just takes about 1 hour to go from Lucerne to Engelberg. Trains leave about every hour in the morning. And you go by Lake Lucerne. There's pretty scenery all the way, so keep your cameras ready. You can even get right next to the driver of the train and shoot some pictures out the front window. They're very friendly here on the trains and very cooperative. You can stick your heads out the window. Just be careful not to stick it out too far. And get a great view of what's coming up, get some more fresh air. We're traveling in the summertime on this particular trip, and the temperatures are very pleasant. Feels like about 80 degrees. A sunny day, which is nice for the mountains. A little round church here is one of the scenic highlights along the way. We go right through the woods and then enter the rack railroad portion. This is a steeper part of the tracks where simple friction on the wheels can't pull you up, so you go on what's called the rack, and that's a gear underneath the train that digs into some teeth in the rail bed, and it pulls you up the hill on a rack. Each train takes its turn. The rack is just a single track. As we go by some of the typical chalets, you find this kind of housing all over the countryside of Switzerland. You'll see what I mean about the steep hillside that we're going up and the need for a rack rail to pull us up there. It gets so steep you can lean over about halfway to the floor. A little hard to show you the angle on the train there, but that's a lot of fun as we go up about a 35-degree angle. And the train slows down a little bit, going up the steep hill, and you get a better view of the mountaintops beyond. Forest, there's a little stream that runs next to the tracks for a while. Then we level off and get to Engelberg, end of the line. Everybody out will walk a few hundred yards from the train station with the majestic peaks towering all around us over to the cable car. We'll be rising in elevation from 3,500 feet at Engelberg all the way up to 10,000 feet at the top of the mountain. And to get there, we take 3 different cable cars. The first one you see is a 4-passenger car with Swiss engineering. Very safe and comfortable, and we get a great view looking out the windows, looking down at Trubsee, that's this lake, and you can actually do some hiking out from Trubsee if you wish. And then we change cable cars to the bigger one where we all get in here together and stand. It can hold as many as 80 people. And then we change for another time to the 3rd cable car. This is a rotating gondola, and it comes with a driver who gives us some description of the sights.
This is the Titlis glacier. If you look uphill, the ice is moving all the time with a speed of 15-20 meters in 1 year, or about 60 feet in 1 year. The ice is moving downhill. There the ice is over 70 meters thick, or about 210 feet of pure ice. The glacier gets thicker and thicker the further we come up. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on top of Mount Titlis. This is 3,020 meters, the final destination.
From the top, we get a fine view looking into the heart of what's called the Bernese Oberland. These mountain peaks range from about 10,000 feet high where we're standing now to as high as 12,000 and 13,000 feet in the far distance. It's lovely to look at, but really we've come up here to play in the snow. It's summertime, but there's always snow on the top of Mount Titlis because it's a glacier. And it gives us a great chance for a snowball fight for some Hawaii people. It's their first snowball fight. Others are old pros who can take advantage. Another fun event up on Titlis, and we're going to show you a lot of it coming right up now, is the inner tube ride. These are heavy-duty inflatable cushions with handles that you go sliding down the hill on. It's just like a toboggan ride. Pulls you up, lets you go, and you go flying down. Get up now. Lots of fun. And you can do it over and over again while we're up here at the mountaintop. There's no extra charge for this ride, so you might as well take advantage. Feel free as a bird and just get on the line, and it moves quite quickly. Just wait a few minutes and you're towed up for your next spin around the mountaintop. You can try a little bit of steering with your feet and hang on, or maybe just hang on with one hand if you're going to try and take pictures. Yeah! Feeling like kids again.
Lion.
You can also ski up here. Even in the summertime, they have a summer ski school.
Speed demon.
And in particular, in the wintertime, there's many ski runs that emanate all around the mountain village of Engelberg. There you go.
Okay, you and I do it together.
A little hint in this situation, if you want a fast ride, get an inner tube that's really blown up tight. If it's a softer
Camera in
tube,
hand,
you're
look
gonna
at
get
that
a
guy.
slower ride.
I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, that was lots of fun. We stay up on top of the mountain for about an hour and a half. Enough time to play with the St. Bernards. This doggy was thirsty, so he's chewing into the water bottle just like it's a bone. Lots of privacy there. And there's other activities up on top of Titlis. There's a restaurant. There's also a snack bar. There's gift shops. There's 3 levels in the pavilion up on top of the mountain. And always the stunning scenery. Mountain peaks covered with glaciers. Covered in snow all year round. It's a beautiful temperature up here. You might think, oh, it must be freezing, but not really in the summertime. Temperature probably in the high 40s, but it's sunny and it feels warmer than that. Hardly any wind, so we were very comfortable on this trip. It is reason, though, to wear a jacket, maybe a sweater if you're the chilly type. And then after we've had our fun, it's time to go back down the mountain and back into Lucerne for an afternoon of shopping. Once again, we see Trubsee, and we take the same 3 cable cars to get back down the hill. It was only in 1967 that the top of the hill was conquered with this cable car system. So we're really the fortunate beneficiaries of all that Swiss engineering. Back into Engelberg, back onto the train, and then it's just that same beautiful scenic 1-hour ride into Lucerne, back to the heart of town. And here's the view from our hotel, Hotel de Balance, with the Jesuit Church across the River Royce. These buildings are quite old, mostly dating back to the 16th and 17th century. The heart of the old town of Lucerne, one of the cutest parts of the country. You can take a boat ride if you like. This is the William Tell. It's a side paddle steamer boat. Or just spend the afternoon wandering about in town. We happen to run into a street market this day. There's all kinds of stores, department stores, chocolate shops, jewelry shops, cuckoo clocks, things to buy. You can even get some good deals on clothing here. Summer clothing is always discounted by the time we get here in June. Or if you're on our spring or fall trip, there's other seasonal delights to enjoy, as well as the foods, maybe just some sausage at a sidewalk stand. We'll show you a nice dinner club coming up in the program where you can enjoy some music along with your meal. The heart of the old town is a pedestrian zone with wooden bridges and cobblestone lanes and lined with shops and banners, and really a festive, wonderful place. Our hotel is the former city hall of town. It's a building nearly 500 years old, totally renovated, the Hotel de Balance. Highly decorated throughout. Next morning we're enjoying our excellent breakfast at the Hotel de Balance, and they have got the fine breads of Switzerland on display. There's brown bread, dark breads, light breads, and you can have bacon and eggs. This is a full feature breakfast. Lots of orange juice, coffee, water. They've got yogurts and fresh fruits and cheeses, cold cuts. And you can even sit outside if you like with a view of the Jesuit Church and the River Royce and the splendid buildings of the old town of Lucerne on the waterfront. What could be better than this?